Hi, my name is John Cronin, and I'm going to be talking about the challenges in the cybersecurity field today. So, as a cybersecurity professional, you are always at war, and it is your job to build a ship. So let's imagine that the internet is the ocean. Um, so during wartime, you have aerial attacks, you have submarines, you have mines in the water, you have all sorts of things on the outside that are trying to sink your ship. Of course, our ship is the company. So you're doing everything you can, but all of a sudden you find that there's a leak from the inside. One of your crewmen or employees did something wrong that put a hole in the ship that you've been spending so much time to build and to make secure. You've done everything you could, but yet there was still a leak. This is the greatest problem in the cybersecurity field. Leaks from the inside. And I don't mean people purposely leaking information, but people who accidentally go to a website or download something that they're not supposed to, uh, that penetrates the walls. Alright, so in the technology world, truly nobody is safe. I mean, everywhere you go, there's a possible threat, like stolen information, like credit cards and identification. There's also the threat of people being able to see everything you're doing on your computer. Privacy here is the greatest thing at stake. Uh, with all these things, people are the greatest vulnerability. The people on the inside who are not well versed in how to protect themselves from cybersecurity threats, they're the ones that can get the company in the most trouble. It can happen in more ways than a person thinks. There's a reason why the FBI was so angry at Hillary Clinton for sending emails, top secret emails, to her personal email address. According to CBS News on October 8, 2015, Hillary's private email server, which stored some 55,000 pages of emails from her time as Secretary of State, was the subject of attempted cyber attacks originating in China, South Korea, and Germany. There's a prime example. Uh, 3 different countries, not the countries themselves necessarily, but there were attacks, at least 3 attacks to try and gain information to what she had in those emails. Um, we don't know what she had in there. Maybe it was nothing. Maybe it was a lot. But it wasn't safe on her on her private email address that wasn't guarded by the government. Uh, so this just goes to show that the biggest threat is people not being aware of all the threats that there are in the cybersecurity field. According to CSI FBI 2015 Computer Crime and Security Survey, in regards to the types of cyber attacks causing the greatest amount of losses, viruses and unauthorized access of information are responsible for 57% of all attacks. The scariest part about cyber attacks is there's no true number to how many attacks or even how many ways there are to hack into a system. There are popular ways like phishing, malware, and denial of service. Each is different and can harm you. Phishing is probably the most common one. Phishing, or some call it phishing, because that's the one that somebody pretends to be a legitimate source and within a company most often, and they try and convince employees to divulge private information or information like login credentials. Malware is a type of software that is just intended to hurt your computer. One example of malware is a keylogger. This essentially tracks every keystroke you've ever had or that you ever have on your computer while it's been downloaded and installed on your computer. This is dangerous because if you do online banking or email access, they can see all the keystrokes you've taken, so they can get in themselves. Denial of service attacks. Those are when somebody gets inside a system and locks it up with an encryption key, so basically a password, a very complex password. They will not unlock the system or give you this password until you usually pay the money for the password. So when hackers think about attacking somebody, there are a variety of things they're looking for. They could be looking for personal information. They could be looking for government secrets, like those countries that tried to hack Hillary Clinton. But according to Regis University, there are four main reasons that hackers hack. There's possible financial gain, idealism, malicious intent, and the thrill and the challenge. Uh, so first, we'll talk about financial gain. Um, with the denial of service attacks, you can make a lot of money if you get the right company locked up. Um, idealism. There's an anonymous hacker group named Anonymous. They hack things that for political reasons, like they have hacked the Westboro Baptist Church website and locked that up, just because they don't agree with what they're doing. The intent to steal information, Hillary Clinton thing, and then finally for the thrill and challenge. Some people are just bored and they want something to do, and they found an outlet in programming and hacking. So those four are the four main reasons why hackers hack. But the cybersecurity field faces so many different challenges these days. But the biggest one is people not knowing how to be safe on the internet or how to be safe on the network. So this is the greatest challenge as a cybersecurity professional. There are many reasons why people hack. Not all of them are good, but you have to look at it with an open mind. Thank you guys for listening. Have a good rest of your day.